live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Probation Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Sage.
And we're definitely getting the hang of this. It's going to take a minute, but I'm really excited to do it with you. I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else.
And me too.
You're like, maybe. I have to think about that. Okay, so basically, I think we should just do a little quick introduction in case people don't necessarily know a lot about us. Do you want to go first?
Okay, yeah. So obviously, my name is Sage.
Obviously.
I go to the Fashion Institute of Technology, where all the other furries and freaks go. I'm 21. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say.
Where are you from?
I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm from Vermont. Vermont. Okay, now who's Evan Smith?
Who is Evan Smith? Okay.
This sounds like the beginning of a movie.
I know. It's like one of those documentary things where they have the music playing over
Evan
it
Smith?
and oh my god, I love that. Okay, thank God this is visual because that would be really weird. You know what I mean? Okay. So my name's Evan. I'm originally from Massachusetts and I go to Pace University. Absolutely love it there.
Oh, the silence is loud.
It's what I need in New York City. I have housing, I take classes, and I do my thing. And basically, I guess we'll talk about how we met. So we went to a boarding school together in Western
Northfield, Mount Herman.
Oh, we're name dropping.
Go Hoggers! Go Hoggers!
And
Go Hogs.
Funny story, the reason we got the name of the podcast,
Probation Podcast,
is from our disciplinary actions taken
our long history of issues with authority
at Northfield Mount Herman School.
Evan was actually kicked out. I was just suspended and banned from graduation.
And prom.
Shat.
They call it
Shout out Shat.
Chateau.
But yeah, we were both little troublemakers at
Potsters, you name it.
Yeah. But we were also probably the most loved and had the most fun.
Of course, the most loved. No controversy to my name or Sage's. But we don't really need to get into why we got kicked out. I'll tell you right now, there's stupid reasons. You can find it on Sage's TikTok at
Sage
Alix 10.
Sage
Alix 10.
Alex. I literally have no clue.
We'll
what
insert
my
it.
Username. Yeah, I literally have no clue what my TikTok is. But I've had my 2 big breaks and hoping to have a 3rd soon.
You want to know why Sage got her 2 big breaks?
Because of this Twinker Bell.
I did write and inspire.
It's not a slur, right?
No, I don't.
Twink?
It's not a slur.
Okay.
It is a slur. And you're already canceled 10 minutes into the first episode.
Fuck.
So Sage had a few big breaks recently on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And
Huge,
of course. And I just, I think the average person might think, where did this, micro fame come out of nowhere?
Micro fame.
It came from me. I wrote all the video text. I gave her the idea, the sound.
Okay, don't give yourself that much credit. Hey, the second one was me.
The third.
The third one, yeah. The third one was me.
And I give you full credit for that. But get Sage to 1,000 followers on TikTok, and please get her to 2,000 on Instagram. She's been really upset about it recently.
I'm dying.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's not actually, guys. Followers.
I'm just meant to be. I think I'm meant to be special
in the spotlight.
This is
You're
me.
getting there, babe. Okay, wait. So should we talk about our New York lives? I feel like people love to know about that stuff.
We need to talk about the New York life. Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Okay, so coming back to New York, I mean, Evan and I. Oh my God, is that hot?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so coming to New York, Evan and I weren't really close. We were more so just kind of friends than anything.
Best friends.
More than best friends. We were friends, borderline acquaintance. I don't know.
Borderline. Okay, so Sage is 2 grades above me at our school, so we were really close when I was in boarding school with her. But then Sage obviously went to college, and I was still at the school.
And at this time, I was in a really serious relationship
that ended very badly, but that didn't have anything to do with me and Sage. Well, sort of, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Did it? I don't think so.
Maybe I'm just trying to get myself involved in this breakup.
You're just trying to make it about you.
No, I am.
Imagine turning her and I's
your treacherous downfall, and
because of you.
It was
kind of my fault.
You know what I was thinking about today, though?
What?
I was like, imagine if one time when you, at one point when you and your ex-girlfriend were in a really like good part of your relationship, and I like told you, I'm like, Sage, I just really don't like her, and we got in like a really big argument about that. Like, think about how different our lives would be now.
Damn.
Like, we would have almost none of the friends that we have.
No, literally, yeah.
It worked out perfect, like a little puzzle.
It did work out perfectly. Like, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Me neither.
Like, because I lost, like, wait, this is like turning into a therapy session.
Should we skip over this part?
Well, last thing about my ex, because I lost her, I gained so much more love and so many new people. So, like, forever grateful for the darkest time of my life.
We're 15 minutes in and we're dropping darkest time of my life.
No, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I do.
You know what I'm saying? The light ahead of the tunnel, or whatever it's called. The light inside the tunnel?
At the end, the light at the end of the tunnel.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
Or is that talking about heaven?
No, that's not talking about heaven. Could be. I don't know.
So, yeah, we weren't really, like, close coming into New York. But when I committed to school here, I sent Sage a little text, and I was like, hey, girl, like, long time no see.
Yeah, I'm
we
back.
should absolutely hang out because I'm coming to school in New York, and I know you're in there, like, whatever. And I guess, well, I visited once in March just for, like, a fun weekend.
Yeah.
And then September came along, and you and your ex-girlfriend were potentially getting back together.
Not getting back together, but we were trying to be friends.
Amending the horrible ending, or attempting to, I guess.
Attempting to.
And so we met up in the park and we just like really reconnected, and you told me all the lore that brought you to the person you are today, and then we kind of just went from there. And
yeah, it slowly snowballed too, because like we'd hang out like maybe like once every couple weeks, like, honestly, and then that turned into like a few times, and then I met your friends, and then we got
with a few of them.
I was like, Evan, like, I have a crazy idea. I was like, you're the only person that would do this with me. Let's go to LA for the weekend. That's when it really, I think that's when it started like kind of like skyrocketing, like our friendship.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Sage called me and she's like, I need to switch up my life right now. I need something spontaneous to happen, and I know you'll do it. Come to LA with me. And I was like, bitch, the fuck? Like, yes, I'm down. Let's do it right now.
We bought our tickets when we were in Koreatown at a restaurant with all of our friends, like, dancing around us. And we were like, let's just do it now. So, like, if we wait any longer, the prices are going to go up and we just won't do it. Like, we just need to do it right now.
And we were just like, if we can't find people to stay with, we'll get a hotel or an Airbnb if we need to. But we ended up literally house hopping between friends the entire 4 days we were there. Yeah. I had a blast.
I had a good time. No, I had a really good time. It was just like not my type of travel, because I was like, I never got a good night's sleep.
I'm a lot less picky with that thing, not in a bad way.
You're a lot less high maintenance.
Yes, I'm a lot less high maintenance about those things. I'll sleep on a rug with a pillow and a t-shirt as a blanket, and Sage needs like a California king bed with 100% cotton sheets and no polyester.
Exactly. Yeah, no shut the fuck up. No.
And so we really bonded over that trip because we had to fly there, fly back. We were going literally everywhere together, and that really solidified everything, I think.
That really solidified everything. And then ever since then, you introduced me to Tarek. We started working together kind of like in the nightlife industry in New York.
I think we very successfully worlds collided. I don't know if that's
very
the word.
Successfully worlds
like
collided.
No clashing in a bad way.
Like your closest friends here and my closest friends here, we merged friend groups almost.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's like I feel like we have so many circles.
Yeah, we have so many circles, but the only common denominator kind of is like you and I.
I agree, yeah. Well, I feel like I've met a lot of your friends at school, like Lana and Nina, and
exactly.
You've obviously met all of mine and done a lot of things with them individually. Yeah. You get the idea.
Yeah, anyways, yeah. We kind of
shout out Taylor, I love you, girl.
Oh, I see what you mean by
yeah. Did a lot of things individually. But yeah, and then we decided to go to LA again because we wanted to see our lovely friends, and you will soon be meeting one of them, Miss Gianni Tello, filmed in Paris.
Yeah.
We are going to Paris for March break.
Oh yeah, surprise.
And London. Be prepared. The content's going to be insane. We're going to vlog the whole weekend.
How did we decide on those places, Evan?
How did we decide on those places, Sage? Let's just say they revolve.
Chill. We need to cut that out.
We start with Paris because, I don't know, Paris is the city of love.
It's for the art and the history. I told you this already.
We love, I am a personal huge super fan of museums, and I love the Eiffel Tower. I love history. And
I just have an obsession with the Eiffel Tower.
It's just so gorgeous. The manufacture or architecture.
The architecture.
It's just so stunning. And, you know, there's also really pretty girls in Paris.
Beautiful.
We're just kidding. That wasn't actually the reason we chose to go to Paris.
Basically, what he's saying is, like, I hope to see someone there that I met, but, like, that's not, like, I'm not...
That's not the actual reason. It was just a really funny coincidence that I one day pointed out, and we realized it seems like the reason, but it's not. And then London.
Well, and Gia's coming with us.
Yeah, our friend Gia is also going.
We're just going to have a great time. And we have an itinerary. Like, so many places we want to visit, so many activities we want to do. We want to go skydiving.
My parents don't want us to do it in Paris because they think that they think I'm going to be in the helicopter. They said, like, Evan, you are so dumb. You're going to be in the helicopter, and they're going to be speaking in French to you, like, trois, un, deux, like 3, 2, 1, jump, and I'm not going to fucking jump. Or they're going to be like,
you go with someone else.
I know, but they just think
all right, we don't have to go.
So I say maybe we do it in London where they speak English.
Or Switzerland. Let's go to Switzerland and do it in the Alps. I really hope the Alps are in Switzerland.
Absolutely.
No, that was so good, though.
Right?
That was actually good.
Okay, that was good.
You ate that one up.
It was funny as fuck.
For sure.
And so we're going to London. And the reason I really wanted to go to London was because Sage has a personal vendetta against London for very, very understandable reasons, if you want to get into a brief summary of that.
Brief summary. I'm sure we'll go over this lore in like an Our Exes episode, but I was there for maybe like 24 hours, flew there for what I thought was going to be like a very beautiful trip with my ex, and we broke up the day I got there, and I was told to leave. That's the very brief.
Gone. Left the next morning, hopped right back on a flight.
Lost probably like $8,000 in flights because I couldn't change my flight and had to book a new one very last minute. Lost a lot of money, lost a lot of time. Just wasn't.
Also, I don't know if people...
dignity.
It's a lot of dignity and self-respect. Also, something that I guess people might not know, but like one-way tickets from London back to the U.S. are like more than a round-trip ticket.
They're so expensive.
They cost so much money, and I can't even imagine how much it was last minute.
It was so stupidly expensive.
Exactly. So I have always wanted to go to London. My dad is from Australia, and he lived in London for 6 years of his life. He said it was his favorite place he's ever lived in, ever been to. I'm pretty sure he proposed to my mom in London. Oh, don't quote me on that. And so I was like, Sage, let's also go to London. Europe's so small. We can take a little train up there. And she's like...
2-hour train.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour train. So we're doing it. And she's like... I hate London. And I'm like, oh, right. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get there, and we're going to erase every single bad memory.
We're going to rewrite the narrative.
We're going to rewrite the narrative, and we're going to have a fucking blast. And you're going to remember London in a good way and not a bad way.
Hell yeah.
And fucking crazy coincidence. We booked our Airbnb in London just like on our own because we're obviously paying for it. My parents were like, good luck trying to get a cent from us. And... my dad's like, where are you staying in London? Like what area, whatever. I don't know what they're called, like the neighborhoods, but...
Well, we're staying right near Hyde Park.
We're staying right near Hyde Park.
I'm pretty sure it's like the Central Park of London. It's like a big
Probably.
park.
6 minutes from my dad's apartment that he lived in for years. Just coincidentally.
Crazy.
Like,
it's literally meant to be. I think this trip is going to be beautiful.
I agree. And based on our last trip to LA, we had a serious Airbnb scandal.
Oh my God.
So I'm really glad we didn't book them on my account because we would have been sabotaged. Let's say my account on Airbnb is banned for 90 days. And it's not my fault.
No, it's literally not. We need an episode on
Gene.
the G word. The G word.
Yeah, that's his name, by the way.
Gene.
He doesn't deserve a
Expose
name.
Gene.
I will fucking insert that bum-ass profile picture.
Dude, that was a crazy... He literally, like, tried to, like, scam us.
Yeah. Tried to sue us.
Yeah, he tried to sue us over things that were just blatantly like not true. He tried to say that we had like 30 people in this Airbnb and clipped together videos of us walking in and out of the Airbnb like multiple times together, saying that it was different people, but it was very evidently all of us. And he sent it to Airbnb, like filed a claim, was literally harassing Evan, like the messages.
The text messages. He called us fatties, fucking idiots, morons. And he, like, I had to call Airbnb support like 4 different times to be like, I don't know what he's saying. Like, I didn't do this. The one thing we did was check out 5 minutes late to check out.
Yeah.
And it was just insane. They were like, okay, so you didn't vandalize the place? I'm like, no. They're like, the cops didn't get called? I'm like, no. They're like, you didn't break anything? No, nothing. And they were like, okay, so, I mean, he's not going to be able to charge you for it. But, like, since he reported me, I got banned. But it was like, there's so much more than that. It was like hours and hours of.
The only possible thing that we actually did wrong, and like, if you're listening to podcasts, I'm doing like bunny ears or exclamation points, quotation marks, was me, our friend Kendall, Gia, Maddie, and Jenna all came back at like 4 a.m. one night.
No, Gia wasn't there. Did you say?
Gia wasn't there. She was at her sneaky link.
Me too.
But anyways, 4 of us. Yeah, Evan wasn't there. He was also getting some.
I fumbled.
Yeah, embarrassing. Let's not.
Sage did too.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. We can just skim over that. Anyways, we came back at like 4 a.m. and like we were obviously like a little drunk, and we made like, I fell. Okay, to be honest, I fell, and the picture frame like fell on my head, and that made some noise. And then the guy like slammed on our door and was like, quiet the fuck down, like blah blah blah. But also the walls were paper thin. We could hear him turn on the fucking faucet.
Yeah, not the toilet, the faucet. Ridiculous.
So that was the only thing that we did wrong. Like just make a little too much noise at 4 a.m. I can see how that's like annoying.
But the picture didn't break. It's not like we didn't break anything.
It wasn't worth like him getting like pissy about. He's just like probably insecure and ugly.
Pretty much. That trip was so much fun, but we all left with like a lot taken away from us.
Oh my god.
Sage had a giant egg on the back of her head from like picture frame dropping. I had slices on the inside of my leg from climbing over a fence at an after party because it wouldn't open. It was the biggest house I've ever seen in my entire life, and it was one of those not automatic gates, I guess. Somebody has to actually press a button to open it from the inside of the house. And our Uber was there, and we ended up having to climb over this like stone metal fence like around this corner. The Uber driver saw us struggling to get over, got out of his car, and tried boosting us down. Like, that's how high it was. Like, if we jumped, it would have been bad. And
it was
just
so funny.
inside
We were
of my leg.
also, I mean, I was sober, so I was able to kind of get up and over it. I'm also athletic, so like
So
I was able to. I'm talking more about Maddie. She was gone, and she was also in a tiny ass dress. She could not jump.
Maddie's both cheeks, both lips, all out.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
That's where I got injured, and then Maddie at the club got something, like, I don't even know what it was, in her eye.
Oh my god.
Her eyeball was glued shut with like pus
and goo.
Disgusting.
Oh my god.
She opened it herself. She had to pull it open in the morning, and it was dark red.
It was scary.
And we had to fly that day, so I was like, oh my god, what if the pressure's bad? Like, whatever. She just like she wore the sunglasses the entire day on the airplane, like everything. And then I guess 2 days later it got like better. I don't know, but
whatever. She still has her eye at least.
Yeah, it was definitely a trip. So I'm hoping that it's a lot clean girl
aesthetic
in Paris and London.
Much more clean girl aesthetic. Like, we actually have a place, like a nice place to live, and we have like restaurants reserved, like ready. We're just ready.
New
for
outfits,
it.
money for shopping,
clothes. Yeah, it's gonna be an incredible time.
I'm psyched.
I'm so excited.
I know, and I'm all I can think about. If you are watching this from my TikTok or just anything, you know how much I love Instagram, and I am just so Instagram. I'm just so excited for my Instagram posts. It's like, oh my god, they're gonna be so good.
I'm too.
Oh my god, I cannot wait.
Hopefully I'll have 2,000 followers by then.
Yeah, make it happen. You know what to do.
Guys, make it happen.
Please.
I'm sure the 4 people that'll watch this.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, you're right. Well, to begin with, it'll gain traction. Maybe people will just fall in love with us.
Yeah, they better. The masked lesbian and the...
Oh, no.
Twunk. I'm going to call myself a twunk. I'm holding my dignity and not claiming
You're a
twink.
lesbian. What are you talking about?
Lesbian.
Wait. Is the D word a slur?
We might get demonetized. That is a slur.
The D word?
The one to describe you?
No, yeah, whatever. The other people like me, but more,
More up the scale. Yeah, that is a slur.
Is it? My apologies.
You're allowed to say it if you are one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it, though. But I'm not one either, so.
Can we all take is there a way to, like, insert a voting poll into this video and just say, is Sage a masked lesbian? Because I don't know any STEM femme motherfucker that would wear those athletic socks and just be you in general.
Athletic socks?
Those are athletic socks.
Maybe.
I have my fuzzy aloe ones that got sent to me. Thank you. Oh, so this is kind of nothing to do with, like, the introduction to the podcast, but I did save a big story from telling Sage because I wanted to tell it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So
this is my raw reaction.
This is Sage's complete raw reaction. I haven't told her anything about this other than what she saw in my private story, but I said, don't ask questions. I'm going to tell the pod. So
I also probably didn't watch it. I'm just kidding. Anyways, go ahead.
I do press post a lot more than I should. But let's just get into this.
It takes courage to do that.
Does it?
Courage? Your shirt?
Oh. It's actually her ex-girlfriend.
Oh my God, yeah, it is.
My wicked Wednesday. Me, Aiden, and my roommate Matt decided to have a little wine night because it was Wednesday, Wine Wednesday. You get it. We got a text from a boy that I had met at this club back in January with Sage, actually. I'm not going to say his name, but he is big on a platform.
Okay. Yep. I know who it is.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
He's a cool guy. He texted me and he's like, are you going to be at Paul's tonight? Paul's Casablanca. It has a gay night every Wednesday. So the whole gay population of New York City practically shows up at this club with all their...
Pretty much all men, too.
And a lot of drag queens and...
What's her name? The lips like...
Oh, Amanda Lepore. She's a big...
She's always there on Wednesdays.
Important part of Paul's Dolls.
Yes.
So I get a text and I'm like, oh, like, fuck. I wasn't in the mood to do this at first, but I guess I'll let you know. Aiden and I get a little later into the night and we're like, let's fucking do it. I've never gotten ready so fast in my entire life. Literally just changed my outfit, looked at myself, and I was like, let's fucking go. So Aiden and I get in an Uber and we get there. And we knew some people that had tables, so we didn't have to worry about like buying drinks or anything. But we're walking through, doing a little scout out, I guess, trying to see if there's any like eye candy. And we're heading to the bathroom when we run into Aiden's old sugar daddy. And alongside this sugar daddy that Aiden knew, there's also this guy on Instagram that follows both Aiden and I. So we recognized him. We talked to him. He was at the same table as Amanda Lepore. So we were like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I guess we could stay here for a bit. And we're grabbing a drink. And then my boy comes up to me because he got there. And he's like, oh, by the way, like, we have a table over there. Like, that's kind of where we were supposed to be. So I was like, oh, yeah, we'll be over in 1 second. We just ran into a friend. And so then Aiden and I run back and forth from these tables the entire night until we get handed the option to go to the box.
You never turned down the box.
You never turned down the box. And going into that night, we were originally planning on going to the box, but then we were like, no, let's chill. And then the Paul's thing happened. So we were like, let's go to Paul's. Aiden convinced me to go to the box because you never say no to the box, even though I wanted to be home by around 2:33. We get in this man's Mercedes convertible and we drive our butts we drive our butts to the box. We get there and it is packed out the door. They're like rejecting people left and right. We're seeing promoters coming out trying to grab people and they're like, no. There were no tables, so we're like, fuck. Okay, like, Aiden, do we go home or do we go back wherever they're going? And we're like, okay, let's go back to fucking Paul's. So we drive our ass back to Paul's, run into the boy that I was originally seeing, talk to him for a minute. He's really with like his friends, so it was like no big deal. It wasn't like I ditched him. And then he heads out, so it's just us. End up kissing a man that I didn't really feel like kissing, the one that's friends with the sugar daddy that we follow on Instagram. Wasn't bad, it was fine, but just that wasn't my intention going into that night. So whatever. And we were just so awake and just ready to do more. So me and Aiden went and got pizza, and then I get a text from the boy, the original boy, okay? The one that the one I wanted, okay? Mm-hmm. And he's like, come to blank. And I'm like, the fuck is blank? Like, what? And I'm like looking up this what I thought was a neighborhood.
No,
and
it's deep.
No, it wasn't Bushwick. He sent me the name of his street. And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what that is? Okay. So he sends me the address, and it is a 30-minute Uber. Keep in mind, this is already, we're at 4 o'clock, okay? On a Wednesday, class at 10 a.m. Just not ideal. So I'm like, fuck it. Why not? I'm not falling asleep anytime soon. I wasn't planning on falling asleep. Well, I was planning on falling asleep, but we were past that. So I was like, I might as well just keep on going. I get my ass in that Uber, and I go to Bushwick, okay, 4 a.m. It was really nice. It was really fun.
Really?
You know?
What did you do there?
We watched a movie and we kissed.
Is that it?
That's it.
Did you want to do more?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went all the way there.
That went all the way there. I'm not to get inappropriate, but I was just expecting a little more, you know?
No, I'm just
and also, again,
from this person too.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. I had to kiss him.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to lean in and kiss him. Which was like
crazy.
Just, I mean, it wasn't. I don't mind making the move. Like, I enjoy it. It's fun. But,
no, but
just coming from this person again, I just kind of expected
like,
it.
You would expect it. The very big presence, like, on their platform.
Fuck. So he also, like, the first time we met, he came up to me, was hitting on me. So I was just like, okay, like, he wants it. Like, he's gonna like do something, whatever. We're watching a movie. Like,
what movie?
I don't know. We watched Bridesmaids, and then we switched it to another movie about bridesmaids, but I don't remember the name of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you just left?
No. I mean, I was there till sunrise. So it was 7 a.m. when I left. We kissed for like 15 minutes, and then he like falls asleep, like on me. And I'm like, this is really cute. Like, this is...
He falls asleep on you?
Yes.
Wait, why were you being, like, alpha?
I know. I was being so alpha dom top. I was being dom top. And so then he kind of, like, wakes up and he, like, looks up at me. And then I just kissed him because I was like, I'm not leaving without a kiss.
Of course.
Like, I'm not leaving Bushwick without some sort of attention.
That's crazy.
Bushwick was a hike. So I get in my Uber. And at this point, the average person might be waking up for high school or for their job if they're like a little older. 7 o'clock, that's when
I wake up for school.
Yeah. I get a text from my parents and they're like, what are you doing? Because my parents, their one thing they'll do for me is pay for my Ubers back home at night. It was morning, so I paid for it myself, but it synced in with my dad's email. So I had actually never done this type of thing where I Uber myself to the lengths of where I went. So they were like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Like, where are you? And I was like, I went out last night. And my mom was like, don't tell me the rest. And my dad's like grilling me, like making fun of me. And my parents are very close. So we like joke around about that stuff. They're just like really like asking me all these questions. I end up sending them the photos and they're like, oh, he's cute.
Oh my God, you shared with your parents?
I mean, my mom and I are so open about that stuff.
Okay.
And
that's so cool.
They approved. They call me a doppelbanger because a lot of the guys I end up going for, actually, not really. I feel like the guys, my like go-to type are guys that look like me, but I never end up getting with guys that look like me.
They're all straight.
So I drove to the depths of Bushwick for what I thought was a dick appointment, but ended up
a little kissy movie cutesy day.
Fucking middle school morning. Movie kiss. Yeah, the fuck?
Actually, do you think you're gonna hang out with him again?
I think so. If he doesn't hear this. I don't think he would. I don't think he'll listen to it. I don't think he's that invested in my life, to be honest. But the reason I know he's so big on that platform is because a friend knew that he was. And when I saw him at this club when he hit on me the first time, I was like, oh my God, that's blank. And then he went and he came up to me and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, what the, like, okay.
No, yeah. And it was funny. I had no clue. I was there. Remember?
Yeah, you were. Yeah. And you were so done. You wanted to go so bad. You were so
bad.
over it. Sage doesn't like the Paul's Enterprise.
Oh, I guess.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Sage, Alex, are you ready for a relationship?
Oh, okay. Okay, we're going into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I miss being in a relationship. I that's why I've been cooking for so many people. Because like before,
she has been cooking bomb ass meals. I'll tell you
I've been cooking so many meals for so many people. Like all my friends that stay with me, or just having dinners. And I am ready for a relationship. I want one. I would say actually, okay, I'm like 99% ready.
Okay.
I think right now I'm excited to just like have fun with people like as they come and go.
Right.
Let's say. And just kind of exploring that. There's definitely a couple people that I've can think of that like I do like am invested into wanting to get to know better, and with them I can see the possibility of a relationship and that fruition I can be happy with, but it's very rare for me to feel that with someone.
Okay.
And like the ability to kind of just be very casual right now is kind of just getting it all out of my system, and I would say like I'm 99% ready.
Is there anything specific you're looking for? Like in a
lady,
person? Just in case they're listening or like somebody is listening out there, not anyone specific.
What, like my type?
Yeah.
I think we should both say each other's types.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, you go first though. So what's your type physically, and then what's your type mentally?
Like taller.
Taller than you?
Taller than me.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'4".
To tell the truth.
No, bitch. I am.
Okay, 5'4".
I
with
am.
heels.
No, I'm like 5'5", 5'6" with like boots on.
Okay.
Okay. Very like much more into like darker hair.
Mm-hmm. Darker features or darker hair?
Darker features, I would
just
say
in general?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, darker features for sure. Mentally,
traits.
Okay, so traits. Someone who can motivate me. I feel like very blah when I feel like someone's stagnant, like not too motivated in life. I don't really like going for someone too much younger, too much older. Like a couple years younger is fine, but like, and maybe like a year older is fine, but like I really like them to be like not too far ahead of me in life and not too far behind.
I get that.
Kind of like
you don't
a
want
parallel.
to have to change your pace.
Exactly. Someone who's just very like fun, who can make me laugh, someone who I can like cook with, someone who doesn't take life too seriously too. I think something that's so hard to do that you in getting older is like remaining not childish in a way that's immature, but childish in a way where you can like still have fun and like laugh. And I think a beauty in growing up is being able to keep that, because there's like a relationship that can be like a duality relationship where you can be an adult but you can still have so much fun. Like you don't have to choose one or the other.
Absolutely. Someone
who can understand that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you?
I have a confession. I have never been in a real relationship. Okay. Mm-hmm. I've had lots of minor things, lots of issues, but I've never been like in a relationship to compare this type of thing to. So my expectations now going into a relationship are so much higher, because all the people around me and all my closest friends, I've been there through all of their relationships. Yeah. And I've been there through like, you shouldn't be letting them do that to you. And you shouldn't, okay, like, listen, you're kind of in the wrong here, you know? So I like have these very big expectations, and I've had a lot of trouble finding somebody to match it here. I have not met a single person in New York City where I've been like, I could definitely date you, you know? And I think we're both the same, where it's like when I meet someone for the first time, that's when I'll know if I can picture myself with someone. Like, and it's not necessarily physically at all. It's like with that type of thing, it's so emotional for me. Yeah,
and it's so instantaneous.
Yes. And
like it's all
just like that.
It's all about it's just like that. And then I become like absolutely like kind of like infatuated a little bit. Yeah. And if I don't feel that spark, then I can just sometimes I feel like a really bad person, because like I can be with someone who I see casual for a very long time, and for them to develop feelings, but if I don't have that initial, I guess say like initial spark, then like it doesn't matter how much time I spend with them, like I could only see it as casual. Like I couldn't develop feelings. Yeah, I can see that.
I'll go into like my traits I want in a guy first, and then we can go into the physical stuff. I need someone that my friends like, because I have been through so many friendships where I've had a friend that has completely stopped hanging out with me because they've dedicated so much time to their boyfriend or their girlfriend, and it just becomes so frustrating, because I'm like, okay, I know for a fact like I'm putting so much more into this friendship than you are, and it's like such a shitty feeling. So I just never want that to have to be the case with any of my friends, and I want them to like understand that too, where it's like, of course you're going to hang out with me and my friends, but I also want to be able to have time with my friends where you're not there and you're not necessarily involved.
That was a big problem with my past relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just want to have something where it can be separate, but it can also merge like perfectly, like when it needs to. Like Hannah and Alexa, they're two of our close friends. Fucking love Alexa. I would never have met her if it weren't for her and Hannah, but I feel like I have such a good like friendship with her now, and we've known her for like a month or two maybe,
and them
she's
together,
the fucking best, and I love them together too.
Like I'm so happy for
like
them.
I look up to them as a relationship.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Me too, genuinely.
And I want someone who's funny. I cannot not have a funny person, and they need to be fun. They need to like going out too, because I'm such a like extrovert in the sense where I need to be like out doing something. I just can't be like stuck at home like with somebody who only wants to like smoke. And I want somebody taller than me, preferably above 6 feet, so I can respect you. Sorry.
6'4" is the magic height for Evan.
6'4" is, when I see 6'4" on paper, or when I hear 6'4", my ears literally like jerk out to the sides, and just a little like ring comes up on my head, a little light bulb, and I'm so excited. My eyes sparkle. It's
your
like
dimples
I'm seeing
concave.
Like my dimples break through my cheeks. Best news ever when I hear that. I don't really have a physical type. I think there's like, when you look at my type
you
on
don't
paper,
have a preference between blondes and brunettes? Really?
Not really. Emo boy's blonde, but then like hinge date boy is brunette and taller.
I do have a strong like that's the one notable thing.
Not at all.
I tend to really lean one way.
My type goes like all over.
Oh, that's a big thing that I left out. I definitely like feminine.
Oh yeah,
women.
Only feminine woman.
And then for men, like very pretty boys, but like also it's just very rare occasion that I'm like really attracted to a man. But like pretty TikTok boys is like my type of boy.
Okay.
If we're talking, but like.
So do I get to have a type in girls if you get a type in boys? Because I feel like we are on the same level.
No, we're not.
But yeah, no, I just don't want somebody that like bores me. And I feel like so many people get stuck in relationships where they get stuck with somebody that bores them. Like, I want you to keep me on my toes. I want you to keep me excited. And you need to keep me in fucking check, because I know I'm going to be a pain in the ass sometimes. But
just a healthy balance between everything.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. Special. Wife us up.
Yeah, we're ready. We're looking for
By the way, my love language is gifts, so please buy me stuff.
Really? That's like the opposite of my love language.
Well, yeah, because you're like a dom top lesbian, and I'm like
a
pretty pillow princess.
My love language is definitely gift giving, or like acts of. I feel like gift giving and acts of service are kind of like similar. So like, but okay, physical touch is number one, and then probably acts of service.
Okay, I mean, I think my love language varies between the relationship or situation or the way that it stands. Like with my friends, I love to do things for them, and I love to give gifts to my friends and like do things for them, especially on like special occasions. I really want to like go all out for that. Like with the Valentine's Day date, I took Julia on a Valentine's Day date, and I did like everything I could to like make it awesome, because that's something I like want to like take control over, you know? But if it came to like me having a boyfriend, like they can do that for me, and I'll just be really like amazing and good to them.
I would love for someone to do that with me too, actually. Sorry. My third one is, I don't know.
I wish I had taken you out too, I guess.
It's always next time.
Yeah.
Actually, you need to pay for my first dinner in Paris.
Yeah, that's true. I owe you for what do I owe you for again?
Well, because Evan wanted to use his American Airlines points, but like I wanted to use the Delta flight, and it was literally like $200-$300 cheaper to do the Delta one,
because we wanted to be on the same flight.
We obviously wanted to be on the same flight. I originally booked a flight. We weren't going to be on the same flight, and I was like, okay, that's just stupid. So I canceled that one.
Didn't you botch something else with it? There was something else wrong with the flight, I thought, where you didn't have like an extra bag or something.
No, it was just it would just seem like for $200-$300 I should just like suck it up and be on the same flight as you.
Suck it up. Yeah.
Well,
I guess it is sucking it up because you paid more. But also, again, to be fair, Sage is a lot more financially stable than me over here. So when I have a lot of American Airline Advantage points, I'm going to fucking use them, okay?
Of course. No,
I wasn't saying, Sage, please come on my flight with me. Like, I need you by my side. Like, my dick is throbbing for you right now. And beg her, she chose.
It just made more sense because we were
practicality, you didn't want to wait at the airport, and you were going to have to wait a few more, like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to just go to the Airbnb by yourself because it's going to be cheaper to like.
Oh, I was also going to have to leave like a day after you. So I was going to have to stay in the Airbnb longer.
And
it just didn't make really any sense.
Exactly. So we ended up on the same flight.
But you're paying for my first dinner.
And I'm paying for the first dinner. Please don't get caviar. That's all I'll say. Or some really nice steak. Please don't.
I won't. I'll be respectful. I'm not like an idiot.
We should label these.
Evan Sage.
Dude, she always mixes me up with her other lovely twink, Sam. I love you so much, Sam. You're the fucking best. But she always calls me Sam. And I'm like, okay, my name's Evan too. His middle name's Evans.
Yeah, Samuel Evans. It's a beautiful name.
You don't like Evan Gray?
No, that's also a beautiful name.
Thank you. Sage Willow is gorgeous as well.
Thank
Damn,
you.
we're all stacked.
Wait, yeah, what?
Julia Marie too. That's good.
Yeah. What's Hannah's middle name?
I don't know.
Hannah Rump.
Hannah Rump.
I don't know her middle name though.
Me neither.
Who else? What's Alexa's middle name?
Chantel.
Chantel.
Chantel Marquez.
Alexa Chantel.
Alexandra.
All right.
Wait, I have an idea.
What?
For our little, before we like end it. What are 3 goals you have
Okay.
going into this podcast?
What 3 goals is kind of a lot.
Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, do yours.
Okay, my first goal is consistency. I
Okay,
want to really
consistency.
try our best to get a video out every week.
Yeah.
At least, like, hopefully a video every week. Obviously, there's going to be certain things that like run in the way, whatever. My second goal is for like it to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be putting something out that I don't actually like enjoy, or it's something that I wouldn't watch myself, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be like, after filming that episode, that's a good one. Like, if I wasn't the host, I'd listen to that on my walk.
Yeah.
You know? And then the third one is probably to just like enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it. Okay. So my 3, I'll try to think of different ones.
Okay.
I know obviously right away this is not going to make anything, but I at least would like to get back what we put into it. So like,
we did spend some money on
like
our
equipment. So at least getting that, and then obviously like more would be great. It would be great.
It would be wonderful.
2, getting closer not only to you but to the guests that we have.
I agree.
Because I feel like there's going to be definitely some episodes that we get deep. And there's going to be some funny stories told, but also like sensitive stories told.
Definitely.
And with that, I want to like create a very safe space and create a space where we can get closer.
Definitely.
And number 3, I really like what you said with consistency, because I know not every week we'll want to do this, put in the work to editing and filming, but I think if we do, I think we can reap the rewards, and I think that'll be great. Like, once we start seeing I don't know, just start, being consistent.
Again, going off what you said about the guests, I think that there are going to be people, like, as we get further into it, where we really don't know them very well. So I think that just like will come with another friendship that we can like gain from that.
Yeah,
like we have a list of people. We haven't necessarily asked every single one, but we will, obviously, of people we want to come on that we either have a connection to or know relatively well. Yeah. And I'm excited to see where we go with those people.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a few people that I can think of that like you and I kind of just know in passing more so. So I'm excited to really get to know them like deeper. Get to know like their stories, I guess.
What should we say for the ending? We need an outro. Something about like something that relates to probation, like
anyways, guys.
Interrogation dismissed, like something.
Yeah, interrogation dismissed. I like that.
Do you like that? Should we say it on the count of 3?
1, 2, 3.
Interrogation dismissed. We did it. Oh my god. That's so exciting.